rules are like that. Personally, I can say that yes, its grammar rules definitely, resembles with the Hindi and English language. Okay. Like that's very important point, guys. And here we are collected here, to deal with all of these problems only. Now, guys, I'll definitely speak something about the French culture for sure. Like 3 4 years back, I got an opportunity to have an interaction with few of the French people. I can say one thing, guys, for sure, what about their culture and habit, what I have felt personally. Like, we are quite, extrovert to get mixed up with a new culture, right? But French people are not that extrovert to get a mix up with a new culture. They take time to get, adapt with a new culture. Okay. And they don't want to change their pattern, style, or traditions. I can say that. Okay. Even if I'm speaking in English, they are replying me back in French. So they are pretty much obsessed with their language. If you go to France, specifically, a typical French speaking country, where people, whether they are in school, whether they are in a college, whether they are in a multinational company, doesn't matter, guys, doesn't matter. They all are, speaking French, not English. They never ever have given priority, to English language. Never ever, guys. Okay. They have always followed their own language, that is the French. Okay. Now, guys, what I have felt as well, like French people do not like English culture much. There is a thin difference between French culture and English culture. French people do say a lot, that English people always want to pretend that they are quite workaholic, they are very much busy in their life, and they don't have time for their family or parents, okay, because they're quite busy with their work. But French people do say, if you are busy at work as well, like, but still, you should have time for your family. Correct. You should have time for your family, for whom you are earning. Correct. Another thing is that, like French people do not like to discuss the work at a party. I mean, if you're at a party, it's just for fun, like that's the reason, French people are also known as, romantic or joyful people, because they do not like to discuss any kind of work in a party. If the meeting is going to start from 11, okay, they can't start it at 10:45 or 10:55. Okay, it will be done at 11, so 11. And if it's going to end at 6, it will get end at 6. We can't stretch that. So they are very much, like disciplined with this kind of nature. I can say that. Okay. Now, guys, if I'll speak about the cuisine, definitely French cuisine is popular in all over the world. You must have, like ordered a lot of time the French cuisines at your restaurants, favorite restaurants. Okay. But the common, the common food, I can say that, of French cuisine is, baguettes, croissant, fromage et vin, that is cheese and wine. Then, le lait au chocolat, that is chocolate milk, pâte, pasta, pizza, frit, okay, frit, that is French fries. So these are quite common. Sandwiches are very much, like popular in their, culture. I can say that. Okay. Now, if I'll speak about the industry, guys, yes, fashion industry is running very good in their culture. I can say that. If I'll speak about the proper French, feel, then definitely perfumes. They are very good at creating the good perfumes. People do say even, like if you're going to purchase a perfume and if you want to buy a luxurious one, then you can go with the French perfumes. Like Chanel and Coco Chanel, their brand only. Garnier, L'Oreal, L'Oreal Paris. These all are their brand, These all are their brand. Okay. And definitely they are very good at, creating the cosmetics products. Yes. Now, Ravi, your question is, will IPA help us here? What does that mean? Sorry, I didn't got it through your message. Phonetics. Yes, obviously. Just wait, I'll teach you step by step. Phonetics is already very much important. Okay. Now, guys, I have seen a lot of, organizations, like a lot of, institutions where they are teaching French, guys, but they are not following the proper French accent. I have seen in schools, they are teaching French, but they are not following a proper French accent. Okay. So, guys, I hope everybody must have listened somewhere, somehow, the French accent. Do you want to hear now something in French, guys? That what kind of French accent we are going to follow? I hope everybody would definitely be excited a bit to hear something in French, that what kind of accent we are going to follow here. Correct? Like, how many want to listen it? Like, please say something over this. Okay,
Yeah.
Bhavik, yes. Okay, okay, sure, definitely, guys. So, guys, I have one, like a paragraph, one of the thing that I was having in, French A1 level. So I just want to read it out, okay? Let me just present my screen. I'll show you something. So guys, this is one of my presentation from the, A1 level, which is a self-introduction, given an introduction about ourselves. That is, je vous présente. So I'll just read it out. Today, you don't have to understand, guys, like how I'm making up the sentence, how I'm pronouncing it. You don't have to understand this today, guys. Just listen it out, that what kind of sound I'm using, how I'm pronouncing it, okay? Just listen it out today. I'll teach you step by step everything further. I hope my screen is visible for everyone, guys. You can check it out my screen. Oh, it's clear, visible, right? Speak up, guys.
Yes.
Please acknowledge. Très bien, perfect. So guys, this is one of my presentation from the, like A1 level. And, when I'll teach you, like this particular syllabus in your classes, sessions, definitely I'm going to share this content as well with all of you, okay? So that you can practice and revise at your home as well. So guys, this is one of the, this is a fictionary, I can say that, an introduction of a girl whose name is Sandra. So that's totally in French, guys. I'm gonna read it out, okay? Everybody just hear it properly, that what kind of accent we are using here, okay? So I hope that I can begin now, guys. Everybody is equally giving an attention here, and everybody is available right now with the system, correct? So I'm going to start. Salut, je m'appelle Sandra, j'ai 19 ans et je suis colombienne. J'habite en Colombie à Bogota et je suis étudiant en langue moderne à la université. Je parle espagnol, anglais, un petit peu d'italien et un petit peu de français. J'aime les langues et je vous apprends le portugais et l'allemand aussi. Je pense que le français est il y a une belle langue. Guys, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Mais ces règles grammatiques sont parfois très difficiles. Mais je dis parce que j'ai seulement un nouveau adu du français et il y a encore beaucoup de choses à apprendre. So guys, this is the conversation number 1. Okay, this is a total introduction about a girl. Now there is one more, this is a full, that's totally in French about a, person whose name is Jackie. So I'll just read out few lines from here as well, okay? Bonjour, je m'appelle Jackie, j'ai 46 ans, j'étudie le français au lycée et à l'université quand j'étais plus jeune. Cependant, je n'ai jamais eu la possibilité de voyager en France ou dans un pays qui le parle. Quelques années plus tard, j'ai décidé d'étudier le français encore une fois pour mieux communiquer avec mes correspondants français et canadiens. Je le lis bien et je peux comprendre mes amis, quelques films et de temps en temps les actualités. Mon niveau est encore bas pour les standards français, mais peut être intermédiaire pour les standards des États-Unis. J'habite au sud des États-Unis où il y a beaucoup d'immigrants qui parlent l'espagnol, donc cette langue est dominante après l'anglais. Malheureusement, il n'y a pas de groupe de Français avec qui je peux pratiquer la conversation. Parler français est un rêve de toujours. C'est mon rêve depuis toujours de parler français. So guys, this was a full totally in proper French, guys, okay? So this is the kind of pronunciation that you have to learn at the A1 level also. And since very, like beginning, you have to keep up the pronunciation, because I don't think so that if you're learning French, guys, definitely for sure, you should be learning with the proper accent. because somehow if you get an opportunity to visit somewhere, like a French country, and definitely then if you are speaking French in an English or UK or US accent, then it's of no use, guys. Now, guys, anybody wants to say something over the pronunciation part? Like, how was it for you guys? Like, it was very easy because, Nalini already said, you that you are aware about the French, you have learned till, some levels and all that. So, what do you want to say about the pronunciation part, Nalini? What was it very easy for you? Did you understood?
It wasn't much easy, like, but it took a little time for me to recollect all my words because right now, like, I'm not in pursuing the B1 and B2. So I
Okay,
was just going through the flow which you have been going on.
okay. Anybody else wants to say
That,
something over the pronunciation, guys? Anybody wants to share their opinion over this? Okay, I need to select the person and then he or she will only speak because you guys are very silent. Akash, what do you want to say about the pronunciation? Akash, are you there? Okay. Smriti, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. So the pronunciation, it's very different from what it is written. So there are a few alphabets which get omitted in the French language, which is written, but it is not. It is basically silent. So I think that's pretty tricky. Yeah.
Yes, I do understand that, guys. Definitely for a new beginner, it will really sound very difficult. I do understand that because definitely a few years back, I was a learner as well. So I can understand your feeling. So, guys, I just want to share one very important trick, guys. Okay. I'll share it later in the session. Okay. Because, while teaching French, I always, give some tricks and tactics to, learn the pronunciation in a better way. And my all of the participants whomsoever I'll teach, definitely they can speak French very fluently like me. At least, at the A1 level they can definitely speak few of the lines very clearly. So it's very important to make you understand, guys, how you have to speak up and understand the phonetics. Okay, so now let's start with the presentation, guys. Okay, of today's presentation. Let me just begin my present my screen. Just 1 minute. Oops, I just closed it. Just 1 minute, guys. And guys, just one thing, French people speaks really very fast, like they really speak very fast. I can say this. I have seen a lot of French conversation, and even, French people, they really are very fast. I mean, like if I'm saying, like for example, je parle, for example, I am Ayanshi, and I speak French and English. For example, I'll say slowly, okay? Je m'appelle Ayan Shirajans, je parle français et anglais. Okay, but they speak like this, je suis Ayanshi, je parle français et anglais. No, like this. They're very fast. I can say that. If I'm saying je parle français et anglais, okay, they speak like this. Je parle français et anglais, okay, like this. They connect words a lot and they are very fast in this. Okay, exactly, Bhavik. That's right. They are quite fast. They are very fast. But in the beginning, guys, you don't have to focus to be fast. First, you need to understand the basics, right? And then you need to understand the phonetics, and then you can get fast later. Watching movies will also helps to get their accent. Definitely, that's right. Watching series and movies for sure. Okay, guys. So I'm presenting my screen. Let me know whether the presentation is visible or not for everyone. Pardon.
yes, it's
Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. So, guys, bonjour et bienvenue. Hello and welcome. Okay, like it's all for you. Bonjour et bienvenue. And now, guys, about something about the French. So, French is spoken as a native language, guys, in more than 2 dozen countries on 5 continents. Okay, French is an official language in 29 countries across multiple continents, most of which are the members of the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie. Okay. Organisation International de la Francophonie. It's totally in French. Okay. That's the reason I read it like a French sound. Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie. Okay. The community of 84 countries which share the official use or teaching of French. French is one of the, also one of the 6 official languages used in United Nations. French is the second most commonly taught second language in the world after English, making it a real possibility that speaking French will come in handy practically anywhere you travel. Okay, so it's that kind of popular language, I can say that. Now, guys, French in world. So, French is the second most frequently used language on the internet. French is marked, ranked as the second most influential language in the world that influence others. So second most influential language in the world. Now, guys, if you want to speak this language, in a very, better way and with a perfect pronunciation and crisp accent, then definitely you should be, learning French with the basics, with the scratch. Okay, with the zero level. Because if you start learning French from, vocabulary or greetings, then definitely you wouldn't be able to understand the pronunciation in a better way. So it's very much important to understand the basic idea very first to be to do like a pronunciation like a proper French accent, I can say that. So guys, alphabets in French, there are 26 alphabets in the French language that typically looks like English one in terms of writing, but in terms of speaking they are not exactly same. Okay, let's have a look how they are pronounced. Okay, so the first alphabet is alphabet A, which is being pronounced as ah, ah. Okay, ah. The next alphabet is B, which is being pronounced as be, be, be. Okay. The next alphabet is C, and the pronunciation of alphabet C in French is like se, se, se. Okay. The next alphabet is D, and the pronunciation of alphabet D in French is like de, de, de. Okay. After D, the next alphabet is E, and the pronunciation of alphabet E in French is like uh, uh. Okay, not proper O, not proper U. In between of that, there is a vague sound, so it's uh, uh. Okay. After E, the next alphabet is F, and the pronunciation of alphabet F in French is like F. It doesn't changes. Okay. Fortunately, the sound of F does not changes in French. It's F. Okay. But now, guys, a small trick, to keep a command over the pronunciation of the French accent. What happens in the French language? The pronunciation of alphabet G and the pronunciation of alphabet J, that's vice versa. What does that mean, guys? G is pronounced as J and J is pronounced as G. That's a vice versa case. That's the reason the pronunciation of alphabet G in French is like J. J. Pronunciation is like J. J. Okay. After G, the next alphabet is H, and the pronunciation of alphabet H in French is like, Ash. Ash. Pronunciation of H is like Ash. Ash. Okay. After H, the next alphabet is I, and the pronunciation of alphabet I in French is like, E. You know, E. Pronunciation is like E. E. Okay. Now the next alphabet is J, and as I have already mentioned about G and J vice versa thing, that's the reason J is being pronounced as G. G. You can't say G. 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 G is wrong. Okay. It's G. Okay. G. After J, the next alphabet is K, and the pronunciation of alphabet K in French is like Ka. Ka. Okay. L is pronounced as L, does not changes. M is pronounced as M, does not changes. N is pronounced as N, does not changes. Make sure the pronunciation of alphabet N is a bit nasal, okay? N, okay? N, N, okay? It's bit nasal. Sorry, my throat, is bit bad today because, like since 6, days, I'm having a cold and cough. So just avoid that. But yes, try to be a bit nasal for the alphabet N, okay? So N, okay? After N, the next alphabet is O, and the pronunciation of alphabet O in French is like oh, oh. We Indians have a lot of habit to say na O for orange, O for owl. We stretch a lot, but French people do not stretch the pronunciation much of the O. Okay, so it's O, O. Okay, P is pronounced as P. Q is pronounced as Q, Q. R is pronounced as, guys, this is, this alphabet, R, one of the important alphabet in this language because it really sounds very different. We Asians are not habituated of this kind of pronunciation, guys, okay? The pronunciation of alphabet R in French is like er, er, okay? A gargling sound is there, guys, okay? A gargling sound should come, it's er, er, okay, and that is the reason, guys, there are few words that are available in French as well, English as well. For example, refrigerator, okay, it is being pronounced as refrigerator, refrigerator. Restaurant is pronounced as restaurant, restaurant. Pink color in French is known as ROSE, which is being pronounced as rose, rose. Cheese in French is known as fromage. Normal people will say fromage, but French people pronounce it like, fromage, fromage. Okay, so that is the effect of alphabet R. Okay, after R, the next alphabet is S. So pronunciation stays the same, does not changes. S is S. T is pronounced as te. Okay, te. U is pronounced as U. U, E, okay, somewhat like that. V is pronounced as V, V. W is pronounced as, a lame logic is there that whenever you connect two of the V's, it becomes W. So that's the reason double V is there. That's why it's double, double, double. Okay. And then X is pronounced as X. Y is pronounced as Y, Y. And Z is pronounced as Z, Z. So I hope, guys, alphabets was clear for everyone. Anybody having any doubt, guys, in any of the alphabet?
मैम आर को कैसे प्रोनाउंस करेंगे?
किसको?
आर
जी, इट्स, हाँ जी, अगर आप आर को प्रोनाउंस करना चाहते हो ना तो आप जैसे इट्स एर, a gargling sound should be there. एर, okay, एर, एर, okay, एर. Got it? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody else wants to ask anything, guys, or we can move ahead now? Okay, let's move ahead. So now, guys, how to do the countings in French, guys, okay? How we can say countings in French. Today we are going to do the very basic, guys, that is 1 to 20. And all of the rest of the countings are based on this all 20 only. So we'll try to understand 1 to 20 today. So guys, the first number that we have, that is the 1. In French, it's being written down as UN, un. UN, un. 2 is written down as DEUX, which is being pronounced as do, do, okay, do. 3 in French is being written down as TROIS, which is being pronounced as toi, toi, which is being pronounced as toi, toi. 4 in French is being written down as QUATRE, which is being pronounced as quatre, quatre, quatre. Okay. 5 in French is being written down as CINQ, which is being pronounced as cinq, sank. 6 is written down as exactly same what we do in English, but the sound is not same. So SIX is cease, cease, cease. Okay. 7 in French is being written down as SEPT, which is being pronounced as set, set. Okay. 8 in French is being written down as HUIT, which is being pronounced as wheat, wheat. Okay, which is being pronounced as wheat. Okay. 9 is written down as NEUF. Okay, NEUF, which is being pronounced as neuf, neuf, neuf. Okay. 10 in French is being written down as DIX, which is sounds like, which sounds like these. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now 11 to 20, guys. Okay. So 11 in French is being written down as, guys, ONZE, ons. 12 is written down as DOUZE, douze. 13 is written down as TREIZE, treize, treize. 14 is written down as QUATORZE, quatorze, quatorze. 15 is written down as QUINZE, quinze. 16 is written down as SEIZE, seize. And now, guys, 17, 18, 19, guys. It has a logic, guys, okay? 17 is 10 plus 7, 18 is 10 plus 8, and 19 is 10 plus 9, okay? So somewhere 10 is these and 7 is set. So that's why it's these set. 18 is 10 plus 8, so these wheat. So these wheat, and 19 is these plus naf. These naf. These set, these wheat, these naf, okay? And 20 is known as VINGT, where GT is not pronounced, guys, and it sounds like vin, vin, vin. Okay, it sounds like vin, vin. Okay, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 11 to 20, guys. Okay. Now, guys, just one more important thing, a trick that I want to share with everyone. Okay. I'm just writing something in the chat box. Please have a look. No, A and E are not same, Farhan. Okay. A is pronounced as ah. Its sound is ah. And E is pronounced as uh, uh. These two sounds are not same. Okay. Now, guys, I'm writing something in the chat box. Okay. Guys, I've written down something in the chat box. Okay, that is, hey guys, please don't sound this X. Why I have written down this statement? Because this is a trick, guys. Okay, for all of you. What is the trick, guys? H, hey, stands for hey. G for guys. P for please. D for don't. S for sound. T for this, and X is X. So H, G, P, D, S, T, X. These all alphabets in the French language, whenever comes at a French word ending, they are often omitted out. They are not pronounced at a French word ending, guys. How many people understood this, guys? This trick which I have shared just right now? Did you understood
Can
what
you
I'm trying to say?
like your voice was breaking in the middle? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just repeating it out once more. I
Mhm.
said, hey guys, please don't sound this X. I have written down something in the chat box. You can check it out, okay? So H stands for hey, G stands for guys, P stands for please, D stands for don't, S stands for sound, and this and X. So H, G, P, D, S, T, and X. Whenever this alphabet comes at a French word ending, like if some word is ending at S, H, G, D, S, T, P, etc., you have to left it out, okay? You don't have to pronounce that, okay? For example, if a word has, like a spelling, you know, like take a spelling like okay, PARLENTE. Okay, this means, which means, to speak, like ILPARLENT, which means, they speak. Okay, so I'm saying il parle, il parle. It's written down as ILS, but I am pronouncing IL. I'm not pronouncing the S because according to the rule, hey guys, please don't sound this X. I can't pronounce the S at a French word ending. So whenever a French word is ending with the H, G, D, hey guys, P, X, T, you don't have to pronounce them. You have to just left it out. I hope this is clear for
Hello.
everyone now.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi, this
Manisha.
is Monica. Actually, I have some doubt actually. So you pronounce the numbers right. So I was
Correct.
listening to you. To actually, to my knowledge, I think like we have to pronounce like the. So you said do, right?
See, like the pronunciation of, if you listen to a proper French accent, it's do only. Do. It's not,
It's
I didn't say do,
yeah.
it's do.
Okay. Yeah. It's the. Actually,
It's
when I was
do only.
listening, I felt like yeah, it's the right. The.
Now, you can't
Yeah.
say but the, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you hear a French, movie or French accent, proper French, accent, it will say not the, because there is a lot of word in French. DE is also pronounced as the, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And DEUX is also pronounced as the, okay?
The,
It's not
yeah,
do.
the is yeah, the I can understand. But when I was listening, when you were saying pronouncing the numbers, like I heard like do, so I wanted to get it clarified. Yeah, okay,
No, it's do, but it's not the. If it's not the,
okay.
you
And
can't
you
pronounce.
said like il parle. So what? So you pronounce like pagle something. So what is the right pronunciation?
It's il parle. This is the right
Uh,
pronunciation only.
il parle. There is no G, so I don't think it's il parle, right?
Yes, it's il parle only, Manisha.
No, I mean I'm hearing like pagle, right? Is that
It's
pagle?
il parle. It's il
Par,
parle. This is the sound of
par.
alphabet R.
Okay, il parle. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
No issues. 10 is pronounced as Farhan. It's pronounced as DIX. These. It's DIX. These. Okay. I hope this rule is clear for everyone, guys. And now we can move ahead. Correct? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me present the. Yes. Okay. So now, guys, if you want to say something in French, like for example, a few questions, okay? Now you won't be able to understand the full idea, okay? But yes, definitely you can understand a few of the statements here. Because first you need to understand the very basic thing that how we say what, which, how, when, what do we say that in French? But yes, obviously that is a like a huge topic. We'll do it step by step, but here there are a few questions that you can ask in French. For example, if you want to say, how do you write your name? Okay, how do you write your name? Okay, so it's comment on écrit, comment on écrit ton nom s'il te plaît. So basically, you can ask in two of the ways. The first one is formal one, and the second one is informal one. So this is an informal one, okay? Because in French, guys, this is very common. They people always speak in two of the ways. First, the formal one, and the second informal one. Formal, when you try to get formal in French, when it's plural, when you are speaking with the multiple people, or second thing, when you're speaking with the stranger, or when you're having a communication with somebody that is at a very high position. Okay, there is a way they give a lot of respect to someone who is at a higher position. Okay, another thing, when you get informal, so whenever you are speaking with your friend, family, mother, father, you get informal. So this is an informal one, guys. Okay, that is como ton, como ton écrit ton nom s'il te plaît. Okay, but same thing if you want to ask in, if you want to ask it Informal way. Sorry, formal way. This was the informal way, guys. Okay, take care. This is the informal one. Wherever you are saying, you ke jagah pe, you can write ton, ton. Then it's an informal one. And if in the case of your, and it's a misprint, I think, how do you write your name? But in French, it will be ton, ton. And now, guys, if you want to speak, for the plural, when there is a multiple people, or when there is a person whom you don't know, like a stranger, or there is a someone, like, for example, if you're having a conversation with your principal or vice principal, okay, then you have to use the formal one, okay? You have to be formal and respectful. So it will be Comment on écrit votre nom, s'il vous plaît, okay? Comment on écrit votre nom, s'il vous plaît? This you will ask when you have a multiple people, like the way I have right now, okay? Because I'm dealing with a multiple people right now. I'm not just having a conversation with a one-on-one conversation. I'm not having a one-on-one conversation. I'm having a conversation with the multiple people. So if I want to say someone, like among yourself only, that how do you write your name? So I'll say,
Ma'am,
sorry,
I have a question, ma'am.
sure, please go ahead.
In comment, we have to pronounce T also, which is there in
No, we
class.
don't pronounce. It's como. It's como. Yes, it's COMMENT is como. But there is another rule that whenever, after a word, there is a vowel, because you can check it out, ON is starting with a vowel. So
Yes.
in that case, we need to pronounce the T. Okay, we can't say como on écrit because two vowel sound cannot be pronounced in French, and that's the reason it's como to.
But T is not a vowel. Now O is the vowel. Na? Yeah, T
Yes,
is not.
but
O
in
is the
French,
vowel,
there is a rule, okay, right now, which you are not aware about it, that if como is ending at a vowel sound, and afterward o is also a vowel sound. Two vowel sound cannot be pronounced in French. So to avoid two vowel sound, we pronounce the T here, and that's the reason it's como ton écrit. Okay, como ton écrit. O
common,
sound. Mhm.
common.
Yes, it's como ton écrit. ON is pronounced as O, but again, O के बाद जो है, there is a vowel sound that is starting with a E. That's why it's como ton écrit.
Common ton écrit.
Yes. So, como ton écrit, ton nom s'il te plaît, informal one. And now, formal one is como ton écrit, votre nom s'il vous plaît. Okay. So please, you can say please in two of the ways also. First one is an informal one, that is s'il te plaît. That is an informal one. And s'il vous plaît, that's a formal one. Okay. Yes. Now, guys, if you want to return the question, for example, somebody is asking, ¿Cómo ça va? Okay. ¿Cómo ça va? How are you? Okay. You can say, ça va? Bien, ça va bien. Okay, I'm good. Ça va, I'm okay. So now you want to ask the person that how are you? So you can directly say et toi and you. Okay. For the informal one, it will be et toi. But if you're asking in a formal way, then it will be et vous. Et toi, et vous. Okay. In return, you can ask these questions. Now, guys, the basic greetings that we follow in French. Okay. Some of the common greetings, guys. Okay. Bonjour, which is hello, and bonjour, which is also good morning. Okay, both of them have the same meaning. So bonjour, bonjour, hello, and good morning. Bien et vous, good, and you. Bien et vous, good, and you. S'il vous plaît, that is please. Au revoir, that is goodbye. Bonne nuit, that is good night. Merci, merci, okay. Nobody will pronounce it mercy, mercy. No, it's merci. Okay, merci. That is thank you. Okay. Je vous en prie. Je vous en prie. You are welcome. Okay. Next one is.
Excuse me. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
So I have again one clarification here. So as you
Well,
pronounced je vous en prie, I think it's je vous en prie because S should be pronounced as E is vowel. So I think it's je vous en prie.
like, but yes, but if you hear something in French as well, sometimes people do not speak the S. It's the rule. You are right. It's
Yeah,
the rule.
rule. I
When
mean,
we
as
say
per rule, it should be pronounced as je vous en prie because S should be pronounced as E is vowel. So I'm just
definitely
telling, yeah,
when it's pronounced
je
as je
vous en
vous en
prie.
prie, but right now, if I'll show you a exact French video, then people even sometimes because it is pronounced as je suis étudiant, okay, je suis étudiant, but in a Bulgarian
Exactly.
French, no, but in a Bulgarian French because there are French, different areas are there where pronunciation also changes and some basic rules also changes. So there
Yeah, but
people say je vous en prie as well as people say je suis étudiant, okay, and
no, but
both
here
of them
it should be pronounced. Yeah, 1 second. But actually, it should be pronounced as je vous en prie, not prie. Je vous en prie. That's the right pronunciation. Just telling you. Thank you.
excuse me, the first thing is that the first thing is that like you can ask questions, okay, and second thing is that you can pronounce it in two of the ways, okay. If you want a clarification for this video, I can share it in your link, you can check it out, okay, but you can also pronounce it as je vous en prie or je vous en prie because people of French, because when you are preparing for the DELF exams, I hope you know that what are the DELF exams for sure. So when you are preparing
Yeah,
for your
yeah,
DELF exams, because I have cleared that, so I'm very much aware with those people. If you are saying is je vous en prie, then also it's not wrong. Okay, it's a rule that you need to pronounce the
yeah.
S.
Prie is also not right pronunciation. It's prie, I think. PRIE. It should be pronounced as prie.
So
That's what
I'm
I'm
also
telling.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
didn't say je vous prie. I said je vous en prie. Okay, je vous en prie, and exactly it depends upon the people to people. I'm not saying prie, but I said je vous en prie. Okay,
Yeah, prie
it's a
is
way.
right. Yeah, now you are right. Now you are right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
And the one more thing I want to rectify you that it's not, you can also say je vous en prie. That's not wrong. I hope you note it down, okay? Okay.
No, as per rule, it should be. I think je vous en prie. It should be right.
I think we are learning French according to the French accent, French rule,
Yeah, yeah,
correct?
yeah.
So I think we
According
need
to
to learn
French
it
rule,
the
I'm
back
telling.
way.
Yeah,
And I think it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
important to let the people know how they can say in two of the ways. So, for example, if they if somebody gets a job in France, and if that person goes into that particular region, like he should or
Mm-hmm.
she should also know that we can pronounce it as je vous en prie, correct? So, I think this is the two-way thing that you should know. Okay.
Okay.
So next one is bonsoir. Okay. BONSOIR. That's bonsoir. Okay, guys, which means good evening. Whenever you are meeting the people in the evening time, then definitely it's bonsoir. Instead of saying, bonjour, people do say of the France, like in the evening as well, when they meet, they say bonjour. But most of the time in the evening, guys, you can use, as a greeting, it's bonsoir. Okay. How are you? Or like a casual way, how are you doing? You can say como ça va. Okay, como ça va. If you want to say see you later or see you soon, okay, it's a bientôt. Okay, a bientôt. You can say someone like if you want to say like see you later or see you soon, it will be a bientôt. Okay. Next one is, guys, it's nice to meet you. We can say that. Or it's nice to see you. Both of them are correct, but yes, most probably when you're meeting someone, then is this phrase is being used, For the masculine, guys, and for the feminine, both of the pronunciation is same, but the spelling changes, okay, in terms of writing. In terms of writing, guys, for example, if you're meeting a person who is masculine, okay, then it is ENCHANTE, enchanté, okay, enchanté. But if you are meeting a female person, and then if you want to say nice to meet you, then it will be ENCHANTE, and then you have to put an extra E as well, okay? So it will be enchanté.
I'm sorry. Again, actually, there is a missing accent aigu in enchanté at the end. There should be accent
Yes,
aigu.
I know. And this
Yeah.
presentation is also, like I said, there are some misprints few minutes back. I
Okay.
also highlight here as well that there is, like it's being written a TO and TO. So it will be your. I already
Okay.
highlighted it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just telling for yeah.
Yes, there is an accent ego over the E, but here it's missing. And over the, like extra E, it should be written separately, but it's written in the box because of the space issue. Okay. So guys, I hope till here it's clear for everyone. Enchanté. Till here, all of the greetings are clear. So now guys, bonjour, basic introduction, like la famille Tivol. Okay, like basically here you can give a small introduction about yourself. Okay, like basically if I'll say guys, at the A1 level, this is not the small introduction that you have to learn. You have to learn a big one. Okay, like at least 12 to 15 lines of introduction. Okay, and guys, in this introduction, you have to tell about your family, about your work profile, why are you learning French, and then definitely, like something about yourself, about your profession, and then about your favorite actor, sports, favorite food, anything you can mention. But this is a short, short one just for the idea that basically how we frame up the, introductions part. Okay. So this is a fictionary one. Okay. The girl name is Henriette, which who is introducing herself. So bonjour, je m'appelle Henriette. People do pronounce as Henriette as well if you speak about the proper French accent, but it's a name, so it can be pronounced differently in different regions. Okay. Bonjour, je m'appelle Henriette. Je suis Philippine. Okay, so she is Philippine, guys. So that's the reason I am Philippine. Okay. And for example, if you are Indian, guys, then definitely you can say je suis Zondian, because you belong to this particular country. So you can say je suis Zondian. Je viens du Davao. She's from Davao. For example, you are from, Mumbai, for example, or Delhi, you can say, je viens, for example, I am from Kolkata. Okay. So you can say, je viens du Kolkata, Kolkata, anything. Okay. And then, for example, you're living somewhere else. Okay. For example, you're staying in Delhi, you are from Kolkata or you are from Mumbai. So you can say like this, J'habite à Kolkata or J'habite à Delhi, J'habite à Mumbai, wherever you are living. Okay. Which means I live in Delhi. I live in Kolkata. Okay. The last one, J'ai 20 ans. J'ai 20 ans, which means I am 20 years old. You can use your age, whether it's 22, 23, 24, you can say according to that. Okay. You are 18, 19. So J word is being, like in English, we say, like I am of 20 years old, I am 20 years old. We do say, but French, J means basically in French, I have, so this is a very, illogical thing, but yes, people do say J, which means, J 21, which means I am 20 years old. Okay. So bonjour, je m'appelle Henriette, je suis Philippine, je viens du Davao, j'habite à Lanang, j'ai 21. You can say like this. So guys, just one more thing here. Okay. Again, 20 is ending at a vowel sound, 20. Vin. There is a vowel sound. And S is not pronounced at a French word ending. Okay. S is not pronounced at a French word ending. So it's So what happens like when you are saying two vowel sound again together, like two vowel sound together. French people speak very fast, like when you will hear them, sometimes they speak, skip it at also, like skip kar jate hai wo, kehte bhi nahi hai. But a proper, if you say like two vowel sound cannot be pronounced in a French language. And to avoid two vowel sound, they basically pronounce the T in those cases. Okay. Like for example, like when you do, like when you say some of the statements, like, like for example, let's take example, I'll write in the chat box. Okay. Let's take an example. Okay, Jashn, right? Jashn, it's pronounced as s'il te plaît. Okay, s'il te plaît. And the another one, it is for the informal situation. And when you want to say please for your formal situation, then it will be s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît, s'il te plaît. Okay. Now, guys, I'll show you an example here. Okay. Does this, does he speak? Does he speak? Next me on my caps. Does he speak? So what happens right now? You're not aware about how to make questions in French, but in French we make questions by two of the things. The first one is, using the esca. The second one is using the inversion. You can use any of the two of the ways. So in the esca, right now you won't understand, guys, what is esca, because esca does not mean anything in English. Okay, it's a typical French, term in French grammar. We can say that where we use to make questions. Okay, so esca, for example, if you want to say, does he speak? Question mark. So you can say esca, est-qu'il parle? Okay, est-qu'il parle? So question mark, est-qu'il parle? But you can also use an inversion for that, okay? Which means, parle-il. So what happens in that case, guys, when we say parle-il, parle-il. So parle is ending at a vowel sound and il is again starting with a vowel sound, okay? So in that case, guys, what happens, people do pronounce the T sound there and it becomes parle-t-il, parle-t-il, which means does he speak? Parle-t-il. Okay, parle-t-il. It's a question mark. So there is a lot of, there are a lot of, I can say that rules are there for the pronunciation, but, you have to just follow the basic idea. And the basic idea is that, two vowel sound cannot be pronounced in French together. Okay, cannot be pronounced. In that case, they are going to use the T sound there for sure. There is no reason behind that why they are using the T. They're just using it for the fluidity and for the good flow. So it's, they put T there. Okay. Now, guys, let's move ahead. Yes, we are done with this. Now, guys, something about the Henry Harvin, guys, for sure. Okay. I'll just show you some slides over your organization that, like what Henry Harvin is up to, because whenever you are going to, learn something with the organization, you should understand the features of those organization as well, that what kind of features they provide. So let's begin. So guys, Henry Harvin started in 2030 and it's based in the San Francisco, California. Henry Harvin is a competency development organization, guys, offering focused learning solutions, those who cater to diverse audience from industry and academics. Okay. It has its presence in India, Sri Lanka, San Francisco, and Beijing. So guys, this organization in 4 of the places, guys, 4 of the countries, India, Sri Lanka, San Francisco, and the Beijing. Okay. Now, guys, what are the exact, features of Henry Harvin? First one, delivered instructor-led training to a client base of 3 lakh plus learners. Okay. Delivered self-placed training to a client base of, 2 lakh plus learners. Okay. And providing 80 plus of courses, guys. I cannot exactly, show you the 80 plus courses names right now, but there are various courses are there. If I'll speak about the foreign language only, Japanese, German, Italian, all of them are here, whether you speak about the Six Sigma belt codes, content writing, each one of them is there. So it has a various courses are there, I can say that. Vendor with 150 plus corporates, guys, and partner to the 80 plus colleges, 80 plus colleges pan India, guys. Okay. Program features, guys, live training sessions, guys, boot camp sessions that will take place weekly, membership of Henry Harvin Academy, and this is the levels in French language, that there are few levels, that is the A1, A2, B1, B2, and C1 and C2. Okay, these are the few levels. And guys, another thing is that, guys, one more thing that I wanted to highlight here, Henry Harvin provides you a portal. Okay, Henry Harvin provides you a full portal, guys, where you are going to get the class recordings from the day 1 to the end of the session. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, up to the day of the session. So what's the usage of class recording? Let me explain you that, guys. Okay. So what happened, guys? For example, like we are humans, some kind of emergency can happen. And guys, just one more thing, like today, like I was not well because I'm having a very, nasal issue, sound issue. That's why, I'm having some issues speaking as well. Okay. So what happens ki might be, any kind of emergency can happen with a person, and I am not able to attend today's session because I'm having a fever, so I cannot attend. So guys, in that particular scenario, what can be done? Okay, like you can watch out the class recording, guys. Okay, and then again after watching the recording, you can come back to me, okay, or come back to your trainer. I can ask me that Ayanshi, I've already watched out all of the things, okay, over the recording, but I understood everything, but this topic is not clear for me. So I can make you clear in the next session by, keeping you 5 to 10 minutes extra. So what happens, guys, there is no absenteeism here, okay? Like you're not going to miss any of the session. Another thing is that language is something that really requires a lot of revision and practice, guys. So somewhere you have to do a lot of revision and practice. So you can do it from your class recording anywhere, anytime you want, guys. Okay, because if I'll speak about the English language as well, if I take a one spelling, guys, if I speak a one like vocabulary, most of the people will not be able to answer what is the meaning of that vocabulary. So language is not something, guys, that everybody will know everything. It's the process of learning that you do it step by step. You will meet a new person, you will learn a new vocabulary. Okay, if you like people, like people were saying, pronunciation, but people make aware, they came to know it's pronunciation. So it's the thing that also gets changed in grammar day by day. Okay, so you have to keep updated by meeting up the new people. So language is an ongoing process, guys. So that's the reason class recording will help you there. Okay, now the program details, guys. Okay, training fees, assignments and projects, certification, life membership of Writing Academy, e-learning LMS portal access, monthly bootcamp, unlimited access to the multiple trainers, guys. Okay, what does that mean? So what does that mean, guys? That for example, if you're having a session with a so-so trainer and you're not able to understand him or her, then definitely you can say your counselor that I'm not understanding the content what he or she is teaching. Could you please change my trainer? So you can change your trainer according to your choice, guys. Okay, now guys, these are the link. Okay, social media profile links. Okay, so Facebook, LinkedIn, I'll just share in the chat box. Give me 1 minute. I'm just sharing it to the chat box. If you want to note it down, you can note it down. Guys, I have shared the links for the YouTube, LinkedIn, and then Facebook and Twitter as well, guys. If you want to know anything, you can go over these links, okay? And guys, the last thing that is, the upcoming batches are going to start from 3rd January 2023, guys, and as well as also starts every week. So if you want to have a conversation with someone, you can do it on this number 9891953953. Okay, 53. So you can have it at the mail ID is hello@henryharvin.com, guys. So this was the content, guys. Now it's your turn, guys. Anybody wants to ask anything, guys, anything, you can please go ahead, whether it's related to the language, whether it's related to the subject material or anything, guys. Please go ahead.
I mean, in the list, like you have given, like A1, A2, B1, B2, and C1, C2, right? So
Yes, sorry.
who's the trainer for DALF actually?
Like there are multiple trainers. I don't know exactly the name of all of the trainers, but there are multiple trainers, Panisa.
Okay.
Your counselor will guide you about it.
Okay, so it will be one-to-one session, or it will be a group? And if it is group, how many people in a group?
Like in a group, you can say that like there is a maximum 8 to 10 people, like less than that. Okay, if I'll speak about the group average idea. And yes, there are one-on-one sessions as well, but that is very less. I think there is a group session only, and maximum, yes, 5 to 10 people. We can say that.
So
There are
what will be
maximum
the
5 to 10
timing?
people.
Will it be in the weekend or weekdays?
Got it. There is no issues on that, Manisha. Okay, like you can definitely choose your batch according to your, like timetable. For example, like if you want to go ahead with the weekends batch, you can choose that. If you want to go ahead with the weekdays, you can again choose ahead. And if you want to go ahead with a, like MWF TTS, it's totally your choice. You just need to share your choice details to your counselor. He or she'll guide you about that particular batch according to your choice when you are available, according to your timing as well.
Okay, so you will help in preparing for the exam, DALF exam, or just
Uh,
this
yes,
training is
Henry Harvin
different?
syllabus is totally based on the DELF exams only. Okay, DELF and DALF exams. Why? Because people here joined only, to clear their TEF exams because they are going to immigrate to Canada and all that. So yes, we are following the definitely DELF and DALF pattern only, the same way, because in the sessions
Okay.
as well, Manisha, you are going to get the, like you're going to hear some French videos as well, okay? Because after all, you need to be fluent with the French accent. So you will also see some French videos as well, that how they are doing and pronunciation and accent, which you can, learn through that as well. So listening, because I hope you know that in the DELF exams, listening thing is very much important. And that's the reason you should be aware about all of the ways they pronounce a word, correct? So that will also
Yeah,
happen. So listening,
yeah. But
writing,
will
speaking.
they give will they help in preparation of DELF, or it's a? I mean, the main focus is about the DELF and DALF preparation, or how is it?
Like it covers all of the thing, Manisha. Like if I'll speak,
Okay.
as a trainer, definitely I train my people, in all of the, things, whether it's about the speaking, whether it's about the writing, whether it's about, listening. I prepare in three of the criteria so that they can, obviously the pattern of DELF and DALF, you must be aware that, first is the writing section, the another one is a conversation one, right? And the another one is the listening one, right? So you need to be clarifying three of the things. So definitely when a three of the things is happening in a session, we are preparing you for the DELF only, DELF and DALF according to that.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, no issues. Anybody else, guys? Go ahead, guys. Just I'm a beginner and I want to know about the books. Yes, Jashna, you will come to know there are various books, at the each level, then you will be guided about the books as well. You will get the content, whatever happening in the session, you will get that content as well. There is the resource and material that is also available at the Henry Harvin, and as well as, I'll tell you about the book and the author name as well. Anybody else, guys? Okay, got it.
No.
Okay, just guys, give me 1 minute. Guys, there is noise disturbance, guys. Please mute yourself. Okay, now I think it's better. Okay. So guys, like there, I hope everybody cleared his or her doubts. Okay. Anybody wants to ask anything else, guys? We are open for this. If you want to, Gautam, I think it's from your end. Okay, like there's a noise disturbance. It's very high. Yes. Anybody else, guys? I want to know about the material. Which material, Jashna?
about books and
Sorry, Subit, your voice is breaking. Material, I mean, you will get the material in the sessions. Whatever I'm teaching, this was a part of my material only. Like you're going to get the trainer's notes as well as the contents are available on the Henry Harvin portal, as well as also the books they were authored in. So that is the material. So how can I share you the material right now? A for A1 and A2. There's a long syllabus is there. It's not short one. It's a very long syllabus. Yes, okay. Just now, I hope it's clear for you. You can enroll, you can just have a conversation with your counselor, just know, and he or she will guide you about the how you can enroll for that. And one more thing, Manisha, like you were saying about the pronunciation of, 𝐸𝐵𝐿. You were having some confusion, right? That with how it is being pronounced, correct? So if you want to hear it out, how it's being pronounced, I can make you hear, listen it out.
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear it out. Okay. So the sound is the same. Okay, you can justify according to that. It's 𝐸𝐵𝐿. Okay. So just wanted to clarify, guys, so that other people's not get a confusion in their head. Okay. And guys, that's it from my end, guys. I hope I have answered all of the people's question. Okay. And anybody else have if any doubt or confusion, guys, can ask me right now. Or if it's done, guys, then it's okay. And all the best, guys, for your future. Thank you so much. Merci. Take care of yourself and abianto, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye, guys. Abianto. Bonjour.
hello, 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 dear, hello, and
Most welcome.
hello, 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 hello.